Now let us see the converse of the first theorem. Let us see the converse of the first theorem, where we are going to talk about what does the statement say. Like I said, in every theorem, first thing will be a statement. That what we have to do, what is given. From that statement we will draw what is given, what is required to prove. All those things will come from the statement. Like here the statement is, every point on perpendicular bisector, every point on the perpendicular bisector of given straight line, segment, joining two fixed point is equidistant from these 2 points. What does it mean? Like you look into the figure, A and B are two fixed points in the figure. A and B are two fixed points. And if we draw a perpendicular bisector of AB, which I have shown in the figure, I have drawn a perpendicular bisector of AB, then every point on this perpendicular bisector would be equidistant from A and B. Earlier in the first theorem, what we were saying? We were saying that if P is equidistant from A and B, then P lies on the perpendicular bisector of AB. Now we are saying that there is already given perpendicular bisector. A and B are two fixed points, and we have drawn a perpendicular bisector of AB. And any point on this perpendicular bisector, I have chosen a point P. And I have to prove that P is equidistant from A and B. That is what the statement of the theorem is. So what is given, again, after a statement you make a figure, whatever figure is there, then you write what is given. Two fixed points A and B are given. Two fixed points A and B are given. MQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. MQ I have drawn as a perpendicular bisector of AB. And P is any point on this perpendicular bisector. P is any point on this perpendicular bisector of AB. What I have to prove is, required to prove is, PA is equal to PB. I have to prove PA is equal to PB. Now, what am I going to do? There is no construction in this. What we are going to do, you can say join P to A and P to B, and then we say proof. In the proof again, one side we write the statement, and on the other side I will write the reasons. In triangle PAM, and triangle PMB. In triangle PAM and triangle PMB. What are we saying? We are saying that PM is equal to PM. It's a common side. PM is equal to PM, common side. We will say AM is equal to MB. AM is equal to MB because MQ is perpendicular bisector. MQ is perpendicular bisector. Is perpendicular bisector. It is the perpendicular bisector, so obviously QM is the midpoint of MAB. And what else? We will say angle PMA is equal to angle PMB is equal to 90 degree. Is equal to 90 degree. Is equal to 90 degree. PMA is equal to PMB is equal to 90 degree. It is equal to 90 degree because it is perpendicular bisector of AB. So it is not only bisecting, but it is perpendicular to the line. Perpendicular means it is making an angle of 90 degree. So triangle PAM is congruent to triangle PNB, and the reason is RHS. These are two right angle triangles. These are two right angle triangles because this angle is 90, this angle is 90, two right angle triangle. No, this is not RHS. This cannot be RHS because hypotenuses we have to prove them to be equal. We'll say this will be actually SAS, two sides and one angle. Two sides and one angle. Because what is happening is AM is equal to MB and PM is common. So two sides and the included angle of one triangle is equal to two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. So triangles are congruent. And if their triangles are congruent, that means they are going to be equal to each other in each and every respect. They are going to be equal to each other in each and every respect. These two triangles are going to be equal to each other in each and every respect. They are going to be equal to each other in each and every respect, and if they are going to be equal to each other in each and every respect means their angles will be equal, their sides will be equal. Already we have said AM is equal to MB and we have said PM is common. So two sides are already equal, so third side will also be equal, that means PA is equal to PB. PA is equal to PB, that is CPCT, congruent part of the congruent triangle or corresponding part of the congruent triangle. And this is what we had to prove. We had to prove PA is equal to PB. We had to prove PA is equal to PB. So this is the converse of the first theorem. What was given in the first theorem is required to prove here, and what is required to prove here was given in the first theorem. And what is required to prove was given there, and what is given there is required to prove. It was given that PA is equal to PB in the first theorem. In the second theorem, we have to prove PA is equal to PB. We have to prove PA is equal to PB. Now it says, please, I'll go through the theorem once again for your benefit so that you understand once again that every point on the perpendicular bisector, every point on the perpendicular bisector of given a straight line segment joining two points is equidistant from these 2 points. Now A and B are two fixed points. A line segment has been made by joining A and B. And according to this theorem, if I draw the perpendicular bisector of AB, then what I need to prove is that every point on the perpendicular bisector of AB will be at equal distance from A as well as B. So what did I do? MQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. I have taken any point P on that perpendicular bisector. I have taken a point P on that perpendicular bisector. I have joined P to A and P to B. And what I need to do is, I need to prove that PA is equal to PB. If I am able to prove PA is equal to PB, then P is not a unique point. It's an arbitrary point. It can be anywhere on this line. It can be anywhere on the perpendicular bisector, and the same thing will follow for that point. P is not a unique point. Please understand that. Now what do? We prove these two triangles to be congruent. We prove these two triangles to be congruent. How do we prove these two triangles to be congruent? I say AM is equal to MB because I have drawn the perpendicular bisector of AB. When I am drawing the bisector, I am dividing the line into equal halves. So AM is equal to MB. Second part is PM is the common arm. PM is the common arm. PM is equal to PM. PM is a common arm. PM is equal to PM. And the other thing is that angle PMA is equal to angle PME, B 90 degree. It is equal to 90 degree. So triangle PAM and triangle PMB are congruent. What is the condition for congruency? SAS. Two sides, one angle, included angle. Two sides and the included angle of one triangle is equal to two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. Hence the two triangles are congruent. And if the triangles are congruent, they are going to be equal to each other in each and every respect. And when I say they are going to be equal to each other in each and every respect, means that PA will be equal to PB because that is the only side left. Otherwise, already we have said two sides were given equal, so that side also becomes equal. Is that clear? That is what we had to prove. Thank you.